You're listening to the You're Just Like Me podcast. I'm Sarah Sargent.
And I'm Felicia.
And this is about the Barbie cinematic universe. Welcome to Barbie Fairytopia. The trashiest of the trash.
The fifth movie in the
Momo.
The fifth movie in the Barbie cinematic universe.
Yes. From 2005, Barbie Fairytopia.
Okay. Yes, following Barbie Princess and the Pauper, which I have to start by saying this movie was a big downgrade.
I know. Barbie Princess and the Pauper is just such a triumph of ways. A triumph of ways.
This movie was kind of a letdown, not gonna lie.
Oh god, I got 40 minutes into it and I was like, when will this be over? And then I sped it up to 1.5 speed because I just couldn't do it anymore.
This movie starts out with a new narrator that's not Barbie.
I know.
It's like an old woman or whatever.
And she only says like 2 words.
Yeah, and then she doesn't come back at the end, right? It's just for the intro?
Yeah, I think so.
Which, like, normally Barbie's the narrator, so that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And so, of course, this is a new Barbie universe. I was going to say this is the first, like, magical type universe, but I guess Swan Lake was kind of like this too, right? And kind of the Nutcracker too. But it was like
different.
But it's like really magical world.
Like it's like you don't see any like humans. It's all fairies and pixies and
mermaids
and okay. After our Momo break.
Okay, so
if we ever get like sponsored to do ads, can we call it the Momo break?
But Momo will be there in remembrance of Momo.
In remembrance of Momo. The buy Momo from your roommate fund.
That's what all the sponsoring is for.
Yeah, to buy Momo.
Momo's priceless though.
Momo's.
If you had Momo, how much would you sell him for?
None. I would never sell Momo. I couldn't part with him.
1,000, 1,000,000.
Nope. Momo's worth it all.
I wrote new Barbie model, but now I'm like, okay. And then I wrote pink eyeshadow, which basically I was like, oh, this looks like a different Barbie. But then I was thinking, I think the only difference is that she has pink eyeshadow and lipstick
with like a weird little like swirl.
Yeah, like a design
on the edge of her eye.
It kind of reminded me of like when you have those eyelashes, right? That have like the thing at the end.
Mm-hmm. The weird like diamond encrusted eyelashes.
Or like, you know, have you seen the ones with like the pattern type, because it was kind of like a pattern thing.
They're like kind of lacy.
Yeah that was kind of what it looked like. I actually didn't notice that until like partway through. I just thought like, I was like, something's there, but I didn't notice. But did you think she looked different or not really?
Not enough to comment on it.
Was it just the makeup?
I think it was just the makeup and the hairstyle. The hairstyle was very like, it was in like a bun and stuff, so
yeah. Also everyone wore makeup, which was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. That matched their wings. It all has to be matching.
So, Elena?
Yeah,
Elena is a wingless fairy, which, do you think a wingless fairy is a fairy?
A wingless fairy just sounds like a small person.
Because I was like, the whole time I was trying to, like, I feel like this is an argument. Like, a wingless fairy isn't actually a fairy.
Yeah.
So, like, I was like, is she even a fairy? I don't think so, really.
But I guess if she had 2 fairy parents...
It's like, you know how her friend was...
Daffodil.
I didn't order anything, though. It's probably not mine.
Your roommate has a Prime package.
Oh, Prime?
Yeah.
Wait, did I order anything from Prime? I don't think so.
This is how much we don't care about this movie.
Sorry.
No. Honestly, I was just realizing it's more interesting to talk about the man with the package than it is to talk about the wingless fairy.
I just don't know if she is a fairy, you know? Maybe she's like a sprite or something.
Yeah, but...
I just don't know okay, so she's a wingless fairy. She's bullied because she doesn't have any wings, which, like, her life must be hard if she's surrounded by fairies and...
Like, okay, I wrote something later, but I feel like it applies to right now. But, like, why did the evil fairy have a bunch of stairs in her lair if she's a fairy? Like,
yeah, I don't really get it. Do they walk really or not?
No, well, you never see any of them walking except for when they're like sick.
Yeah, so I just don't get it. Like, because when her friend is Dandelion, right? Or is that the
Daffodil?
Daffodil.
Dandelion? I can't remember.
Wait,
I think it's Dandelion.
It's Dandelion.
Okay,
That's her friend. Oh, actually, a comment I had about this movie is I feel like this is the first time we've really seen her with like female friends, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because
that aren't animals.
Yeah, I was like, unless you count like the Penelope's the dragon, right?
Yes.
Or like Kelly's, but like a friend that's her own age.
Yeah.
Because like most of the movies, she doesn't really, I think in the ones coming forward, she'll probably have more friends.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting because like there's a lot more. I guess this movie has a lot of characters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot of different fairies.
And they all have a lot of different personalities. And basically no men is the other thing. There's
I thought there was no male fairies, but then that one showed up at the...
Yeah. Ruby.
Well, okay. Well, we need to get there.
Okay.
So she's a wingless fairy, and...
She has a little puffball who's her friend named Bibble, and he's garbage.
I hate him.
Oh my god.
And I hated him when I was a kid, and I still hate him now.
Same.
Well, like, do you hate sidekicks more if they do talk or if they don't? Like the animal sidekicks?
I think I hate them less if they don't talk.
So...
I was totally fine with the cats in Princess and the Pauper. Because they talked, but only to other animals. And that was fine.
Yeah.
But they couldn't talk to the protagonist. They just meowed. And
I'm just thinking now about Penelope and what's his name? The rabbit? Hobby? Hobie.
Yes. Oh my god.
Because they were so annoying.
Okay, you know what? We were just talking about how... We were just talking like at lunch about how what was it? That the art hasn't gotten that much better. Mm-hmm. But honestly, thinking back to Hobie's character design, think about that garbage. I think the art must have gotten better.
What do you think about Bibble's design though? Do you think his fur looked good?
No, but I feel like it looked better than that dumb rabbit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't think. What I think really bothered me is, you know how like you could because she lives in like a meadow, and then you can see like the flowers on the meadow. My hand gestures. Yeah. You can see the flowers in the meadow like with the grass texture, and like you could see that the flower texture was like flat, and that really bothered me. I was like, literally, like they just took a repeating flower texture and like pasted it on there. I was like, it has no dimension. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I really noticed that with this one too. Like I feel like Princess and the Pauper, last one, had at least a little bit of dimension and like different things. Like I felt like the towns felt like they had a little bit of depth. Like it felt like maybe they were following atmospheric perspective at least a little bit when they were like coloring things. Yeah, but this was just...
I just think it depends on like the environment, because I think Princess of the Pauper, since they had like, I mean, they've had more practice with castles and stuff because a lot of them have had that, but just like the nature stuff just didn't look good.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but this movie was a real letdown from the last one. Oh my God.
So yeah, she lives in she's friends with her house. Yeah. Her house is
she calls her house peony, but it's definitely not a peony. It is like closer to a tulip, if anything. I know about peonies, okay? Peonies are my favorite flower.
Which ones are peonies?
They're the pretty ones with a really nice scent. Okay, that's all flowers. But it has a lot of repeating flowers. It was one of my tarot cards here. I'll see if I have one saved in here. Yeah, it was like closer to a rose without a center, or a tulip, honestly.
Yeah, maybe it was just like a new plant. Yeah. I don't know.
That they just gave the name.
Yeah, so they, in the Magic Meadow, which is a pretty cheesy name, the Bibbles there, which, ew, I don't like.
Those are peonies.
Oh, well, I guess I could maybe see it. I don't know.
Personally.
And then like there's some commotion in the Magic Meadow, and then the fairies who are bullying her come back, and they're like, Topaz was kidnapped. Yeah. Well, they tell her friend Dandelion. Yeah. Were they? No, they weren't all named after flowers, because her name is Elena, right? Yeah. Is that a flower? No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And topaz is a type of rock.
Oh yeah, you're right. And the maybe were all the 7 wonders or people, were they named after crystals?
Is Azula a type of crystal?
You could Google it. It sounds like it.
Yeah. Anyways, but so they come in and they're saying that something's wrong with the meadow and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Topaz was kidnapped, and they were like, oh, she's kidnapped by Laverna. And then Elena, yeah, that's her. I feel like that's not her name, but Elena is like, oh, I thought Laverna was a myth. Like, she's not real, right? Yeah. And then they're like, oh, she probably is real. Yeah. And what did it say? I'm trying to look at my notes and I have no idea what it. Oh, I said the flower is sentient because like it kind of responds to her, right?
It sings to her.
Yeah.
Also, when they said that something's wrong in the meadow, Elena was like, everything looks fine to me, and literally every flower around her was like wilting. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Elena. She also threw a rock at Bibble.
Oh yeah, and then he like for
catch it.
fetch kind of, which is
Weird.
She's the only one with the puffball too, right?
Yeah.
We didn't see any other ones.
No.
Okay, so we do find out that Topaz is trapped by Laverna, and she has a really annoying voice.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
And Laverna's goal is to capture all the guardians, and she has these henchmen that are like called fungus.
They're all called fungus.
Yeah.
All of them have the name fungus.
And they're like, I guess they
Copies
kind
of
of
each
look
other?
like
Goblins?
fungi, maybe.
They would have a lot of warts. Also, I just googled Azula, and all that comes up is the character from Avatar.
Oh, that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Search like Azula Crystal or something.
Yeah. I searched Azula Rock, but Crystal will probably work better.
And she comes up with this potion that will weaken every flying creature. Emphasis on flying creature in, what do they call the area? Whatever.
Fairytopia?
Oh,
I don't know.
probably. Yeah, in Fairytopia, which our protagonist is not a flying creature.
Yeah.
So there's 7 regions of Fairytopia, and there's 7 guardians. So she wants to kidnap them all, I guess.
Yeah.
To take their necklaces, because that like is their power or whatever.
Yeah. They've been gifted to her. They've been gifted to the Guardians by the Enchantress, who is the twin sister of Laverna.
Yeah.
And like,
Which like, doesn't the Enchantress like not show up till the end?
yeah, no, she just shows up in like, she's asleep.
She's like useless.
Yeah, she just her sister put her to sleep and like was like, okay.
So like the flowers are all flash sideways to Elena. It's just like these plots are kind of, you know, they just okay. So all the flowers are dying, and then for some random, maybe I missed something, but like randomly, as soon as she finds out that all the flowers are dying, then Elena's immediately like, I have to go to the fairy town.
I know.
And I'm like, why does she have to go? No explanation. She just suddenly felt overcome with the urge to leave.
Yeah, it says like wild. I just wrote wild decision. Yeah, because the thing is like, it's not like she's like, oh, the reason I have to go is because no one can fly and everyone's too weak to walk because they're not used to it, or it's not like, oh, like she doesn't have a good reason for her being the one who has to go. If the what was it? If Rapunzel is the one that follows the like hero's journey, or no, it was Nutcracker. Remember we were talking about how the Nutcracker follows the hero's journey like perfectly?
Yeah.
This one doesn't follow it at all because there's no refusal of the call. It's just like, well, I'm going to call myself to it.
Yeah, I don't really know why she like it doesn't. They never explain really.
It just doesn't feel right.
And then like her friend wants to come, but she like isn't used to walking, right? So then she leaves, right?
Yeah, so she has to go back because she starts to get sick. And
Yeah, because the flying sickness and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we find out the twin is the Enchantress and the Laverna are twins. And then
Elena gets to the Fairy Town City Hall and meets a very rude clerk who's like, you can't talk to her ever. Bye. And then some dude comes in, some winged fairy dude, and he's like, you have to go tell Azula that. Sorry, I just really didn't care about this. You have to go tell Azula that Ruby's been kidnapped too now, and Ruby's the dude guardian. And he seems chill, I guess.
Self-centered.
Yeah, he's like, I'm taller than that, and like, there's like a drawing of him that Laverna did, and he's like, actually, I'm taller than the rest of the guardians. It's like, okay, dude, chill. This is the least of your problems.
You're getting like kidnapped. It's
NBD.
held hostage.
And then so she like Elena follows this fairy dude who's going to tell Azula that that more of the fairy guardians have been captured. And she has to and there's like this big cliff that she has to get over, and So she uses a flower as like a hang glider and follows him, which that's fun. And then Azula's like leave before I call my guards when she sees her like lurking about. But then Elena has rainbows in her eyes. And Azula's like, oh, hell yeah. Get in here, girl. You're important.
See, I kind of skipped over all this stuff, and I literally just wrote tea with flying stuff because like she uses her magic powers to
I know, yeah.
serve the tea.
I wrote weird flower transportation devices. Like,
yeah, and then she has a bunch of placemats set up, but then she's like, Elena's like, who's coming? And then she's like, those are set up for the friends I haven't met yet.
And to that, I just wrote, Azula is a manic pixie dream girl.
I thought that was a cute quote.
Okay. I mean, like, yes, you can
it's kind of sad
for the friends that you haven't met yet, but also like maybe just don't have silverware sitting out for 7 at all times.
Oh yeah, and then she's like, there are rainbows in your eyes.
Yeah. And then she gives
her the necklace.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the rainbows. It's Pride Month now. That's kind of what I was thinking about. I was like, this is a great movie for Pride Month because a bunch of rainbows are everywhere.
Happy Pride, everyone. It sucks that this is like the worst one, but whatever.
That's just kind of what rainbows make me think of now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has rainbows in her eyes, which is not really explained until kind of later, but also not.
Not at all.
It's not really explained.
It just means that you're important, I guess.
Yeah, and then I just wrote puffball. She
wakes Bibble up by tickling him.
Was he asleep?
Yeah, because they all went to sleep for the night.
Oh, yeah, because she gives him a special. What does she give him?
A note to take to Hugh.
Yeah.
Hugh was also the name of my landlord, so this was really weird watching it and being like, oh no.
Oh yeah, I wrote Ruby's taller, yeah, because he's complaining about wanting to be tall. Yeah, and then so Bibble takes a note to this creepy butterfly, which like has really big eyes,
some fierce eyelashes also.
I wrote anime eyes because his eyes were like bigger than her head.
Yeah, and then so Bibble goes to take this note to Hugh. Azula is about to go on her trek to find this other fairy who used to work for Laverne.
Which one's her name?
I just know she's...
Was that Azura?
No.
Was that the one she met at the house?
Yes.
What is her name? Oh, gosh. I have no idea. I think I wrote it somewhere. Oh, Dahlia?
Dahlia, yeah. Which is a type of flower. So back to the flowers.
But it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
They should have named her something like a flower, right?
Yeah.
Like, why is her name Elena?
Like, what were your parents thinking? Were they just like, oh, well, since she doesn't have wings, I guess we'll give her a boring name that's not related
or like
to
it should be like maybe like a something related to the rainbow, so they would like foreshadow that she becomes the rainbow fairy or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, her wings are pink though, right?
They're pink and sparkly.
They're not. She should have like rainbow wings because she's.
Doesn't she have rainbow?
The sequel is called Magic of the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't she get rainbow wings in the sequel though?
Maybe. I don't remember. Probably.
I don't know. I think
You've never seen it?
No, I haven't seen any past this.
I saw this amazing trailer when I was watching a different movie where, like, you know how kids' movies trailers, they, like, go through the entire movie and basically spoil the entire plot?
Yes.
So it was all like, Barbie whatever. Elena sacrifices everything to save her friends and blah, blah, blah. And she must trade her wings for a tail. And then and then all this stuff. And I'm like, you're literally giving me the whole plot. I watched that as a kid, I remember. And I was like, now I know what the movie's about.
Like, stop. Just, like...
Also... It makes me sad how, out of all the movies, this one's the one that got a bunch of sequels.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that
More
good.
Princess and the Pauper. I want to see Erica and Damien or Dominic or whatever his name is.
I don't know if that movie needs a sequel. I just feel like Fairytopia doesn't need a sequel.
I want more songs.
Yeah, I want more musicals. I was trying to look up like all the ones that are musicals because I'm looking forward to the next one, and I don't think there's been another musical for a while. So,
come on,
disappointing.
I feel like they just need to go full camp and just let it be.
Yeah, I thought the musical. I actually think A Christmas Carol might have some songs because it's called A Christmas Carol, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Does it not have songs?
I don't think normally, but I don't know.
I think one of the other ones, like Magic of the Rainbow. No, not Magic of the Rainbow. That's the Fairytopia one, right? Either because there's like one that's called like the Diamond Castle or something, right? I think that one might be a. The next one is Magic of the Pegasus, which I actually am pretty sure I did see because I had the Game Boy Advance game of that. But I don't remember the movie, so I might have just played the game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember playing that game on Barbie Online because, God, Barbie Online used to have such good games. They had like,
Yeah.
they had a really good like My Scene dress up one. And,
Yes. I loved all the My Scene games. That was the main ones I played because I was very into My Scene.
Yes, but okay, so Azula opens the door to go see the dryad named Dahlia, and Fungus is there, and he's like,
Wait, no, you skipped over stuff though.
did I?
What about the? Was this before the prince?
This is before the prince.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? I thought she meant.
No,
Dahlia
this isn't
after.
Elena.
Oh.
This is Azula. She like opens the door to go leave,
Oh.
and then Fungus is there, and he's like,
Okay, and then he
and then he
kidnaps her.
kidnaps her, and all she does is like gasp and leave the door, like just slam. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door. Anyway,
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she knew that she was gonna get kidnapped, so that's why she gave her necklace to Elena because she was like, "I'm preparing," which is smart because like all the other guardians are pretty stupid. I don't know.
yeah, Ruby, stop like calling yourself a giraffe. It's fine. Yeah, but then so Elena wakes up and Bibble's gone and Azula's gone and
Yeah,
the guards are like knocked out, and the rude clerk from earlier comes in. He's like, Azula, and he's like, what are you doing here? And then he like tries to attack her, and then Hugh's like, Hugh, this is the first time we're getting to know Hugh. We don't know his name yet, but he's like flies up, and he's just this giant buff butterfly, like oddly buff butterfly.
Yeah, he's wearing like a weird like robe kind of.
Yeah, and he's got like just a tiny patch of green hair. And he's like, get on my back. And she's like, no. And I thought that was hilarious. That is my favorite line from the movie. Just so you know, get on my back. No. She's like, okay.
Well, I mean, a random giant butterfly thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this must... So do you think he's like a normal-sized butterfly and it's like proportionate to...
I think so, because all the flowers are giant.
Okay.
So I think that...
Because she's pretty small compared to him, right?
But then that's really weird with like the waterfalls and the mermaids are the same size as the fairies. So
yeah, they must be
like
super small mermaids.
Is it like a tiny stream? What is this universe?
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like everyone's that size because there are no humans. So like,
yeah,
maybe everything's just super small. Or I mean,
maybe
everything's
maybe the mermaids and the Barbies. Maybe the mermaids and the fairies are normal size, but since there's no humans, the flowers are giant.
Actually, yeah, I don't know. But then the butterfly would be bigger than all of them. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't...
Wait, do we see any animals, really? Or not?
No, I don't think we see any animals other than Hugh.
That is interesting. I don't really get it.
Yeah, but the other thing is all the woods are like...
Yeah, they're pretty big, right?
Yeah. Well, they're like normal to human. So like... if a human was in this situation, the woods are regular, but the flowers and Hugh are giant. And the mermaids are regular. And so is the waterfall, and so is the whole cove. It seems like a regular, like, if water were to do that, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it would be like. But Hugh and the flowers are giant.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Maybe we shouldn't dive into, like, the, like, basics of this, because I don't think even the people who made it thought it through.
Yeah, then I don't really know what happens after this, but I know Bibble shows up with Hugh, right?
Yes.
And because he sent the letter or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then these firebirds start chasing them.
Yeah.
Which were sent by Laverna.
Because she saw that the necklace wasn't on Azula.
Oh, yeah. Because she how did she know that the wingless fairy had it?
Because one of the fungi was like...
watching her?
Yeah, well, he saw like that she was sleeping in Elena's house and she was wearing a blue necklace.
Yeah, I know. The fact that their powers aren't a necklace is A little cheesy.
Yes. So Laverna's mad about it. And then I wrote dumb chase scene, which is the Firebirds chasing. Like,
It was alright, I don't know. I just zoned out for that part.
yeah, Loki's.
But then there's an important part. What?
This is when I started
Fast forward.
Yeah. Not fast forwarding. I wasn't skipping parts. I just made the time go faster.
Double speed, right? Or not double, 1.5.
1.5.
Which is like kind of double. Because like double speed you can't understand. So.
Yeah. Everyone was talking pretty quickly.
But this movie's pretty short though, right?
Yeah.
Like 70 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that.
Which
so
it's nice that these are a little short because like, I don't know if I could deal with them if they were like 3-hour movies.
I can't even deal with regular 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
Every time a movie is 3 hours, I'm like, oh, no.
Like I haven't even seen not Infinity War, Endgame yet because I'm like, it's so long.
I know, I don't want to watch it.
Like I wanted to see it, but then I was like 3 hours in the theater.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of horrible.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I mean, I want to know.
I'm waiting until I can be on my couch.
I wonder when it's gonna come out. I still don't know who dies and stuff. I thought I was gonna totally get spoiled, but like I haven't really.
Yeah, I got one spoiler, but I don't really mind.
Oh, okay. Well, when was there?
Yeah, he just sleeps.
Sleepy boy. Yeah, and then an important part happens, and Prince Nalu, who's the mermaid, shows up, and
He's cute. I wrote hang out with some hot and stoned mermaids. One of them is a prince and talking about how it's a perfect day. He thinks Elena is cute.
yeah. So actually, do you want to even include romance in this? Because there isn't really any romance.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But it's like a good thing that there's no romance, right? Because she's an independent woman.
Sure.
What's your face?
But okay, so there was a small amount of romance just because they were like holding hands and swimming together, and he's like, I hope we see each other again. And like,
I thought their romance was kind of stupid though. Like,
oh yeah, it was definitely
there wasn't any substance. He like literally, like he was like mad that Hugh landed in his cove, but then when he saw Lena, he was like, oh, she's hot. I guess it's okay that you landed here.
Oh, I'm glad that you landed here.
So, and then like he throws a bunch of seaweed at them and he's like, eat this. And then she's like, which I thought was interesting that we didn't actually see them eat it. So I was like, can they not animate them eating? That's kind of what I thought.
Have we seen we saw in Swan Lake the Barbie ate a cookie.
I think maybe they're afraid to animate eating.
I think so. I think they're actually afraid to animate the seaweed itself being droopy because they specifically just showed it flying down and landing on the ground.
No, she picked it up. I think. Yeah, I think so.
But did it like flop?
I don't know. It was like, I think she held it up. And she's like, you want me to eat this?
This? Okay.
And then like, yeah, and she was like, which is pretty sweet, if you eat the seaweed, you get to breathe underwater, which...
hell yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So then we don't see them eat it, but then flash to the next scene and then they're all underwater.
And they're holding hands while swimming and then waving at other mermaids.
Which like, I know the sequel's Mermaidia, so like, I guess they're kind of setting it up, right? They're like, there's a whole mermaid world, but we're not really going to talk about it.
Yeah. Just a quick dive into mermaid world.
Yeah, and then he's like, we'll meet again. Or maybe she says that. I don't know. Someone says that. I
think he says, I hope we meet again. And she's like, we will. And then, I also wrote, Bibble seems like he'd be way too buoyant for this.
I don't know.
I think maybe it's just because he's so round, I feel like he'd float.
But like, did it make them, were they able to talk underwater? Or just like breathe underwater?
I don't think any of them talked.
But can he even talk underwater?
Can he even talk?
What?
The mermaid prince. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Bibble.
No, Bibble talks in the sequel though.
Like actual talks?
Yeah, because he eats these berries that make him have a human voice.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Wait, you've never... Oh man, that's a big spoiler.
It's fine. I'm fine with being spoiled for a Barbie movie.
Because me and my sister always talk about that. Because there's this weird scene where they're like in a cave. I think it's in Mermaidia. Might be in the third one, but I don't think I've ever actually... Wait. I might have seen the third one. It's in one of them. But I think Mermaidia is the one I watched a bunch when I was a kid for some reason. But like... Yeah, he like is in this area where like there are a bunch of berries that do different stuff to your voices, and then he like tries to eat all of them, and they make him like sing opera, and then one of them makes him have a human voice. It's very weird.
Okay.
No, I'm talking
I'm
about
just imagining this like, I am Bibble.
yeah,
Elena, it's me.
I don't want to.
I missed you.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Elena, I love you deeply. I know that we cannot be together.
wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh, would it?
Wait,
Are you sure?
no, just because it's so weird.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, have you ever? This is completely off topic, but have you ever read like the Shadowhunters Mortal Instruments?
Oh,
books?
I read the first two, and then I was like, okay, I read the first one, and I was really into it, and then I was like, you guys are brother and sister, and I was like,
No, wait, this is actually what I'm going to talk about, because
Okay.
I've been listening to the audiobooks because I was like, oh, I've never read the series, but like I watched a little bit of the show. Oh, that's also on Freeform, I think.
right, there is that show. I think I watched like 2 episodes of it, but
It's
the girl
not really
who played
that good.
Clary drove me insane, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I like the concept, but the show just like wasn't super appealing to me. I might watch it at some point. But anyway, I was listening to the audiobooks because everyone's like, the books are better. So I was like, okay, I'll listen to the books. And I got to the second one. I've been listening to the second one. And last night I was listening to it, and like there's this whole like thing that the 2 romantic leads, Clary and
Yes, in
Jace,
the fucking fairy kingdom.
yeah, they think they're brother and sister, which
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're not, but we don't know that yet. And then the fairy kingdom, like they make them kiss because they're like, oh, you guys desire each other or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like Jace is like, when they're in private, he's like, oh, I know you feel things about me. Let's like run away and have a secret relationship. And then Clary's like, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fact that, because he thinks they're brother and sister, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the fact that he was willing to have like a relationship with them because he loved her so much and like have this incestuous relationship in secret, I was like, I just couldn't deal. Like, I mean,
No.
it's like, I mean, like,
Okay.
I'm glad like at least Clary was like, okay, like we can't do that, because like
Dude,
he was like,
slowly roll.
because he was like, oh, I love you so much, like we could do it, but I'm like, no, you're. I mean, I know you didn't know that you're brother and sister when you first met, but like it's still weird.
Still weird. That should like end it immediately. No, because because like basically after that scene, I stopped reading. I was like, I was basically like, I can't do this. I can't. And like, I think I had gotten like a box set of it for like a birthday or something. No, here's what it was. I was really in love with the first book, and my friend Megan had read the whole series and she loved it, and she wanted me to like finish it so that we could talk about it. So she bought me the next 3 books for my birthday, and then I finished the first book and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck about them being brother and sister.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I already have the book, so I might as well read them. And I got halfway through the second and I like put it away, and I was like, Megan, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Did you just stop after that? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're not actually brother and sister.
No, I know they're not brother and sister, because she told me, she's like, they're not actually brother and sister. It's fine. It was just like a trick because of something I can't remember at this point. But I was like, Megan, I love you so much, but I cannot. Like, Jace is okay with like incest, and I'm not. Like, I am an only child, but even I am still grossed up. Like, I have never had a sibling relationship, but just the idea of that is like,
Yeah. I just like, yeah.
no.
And like, but even in the first book, because they like made out that one time, and then that was before they found out they were brother and
Yes.
sister. And I'm like, can you imagine you made out with someone and then you
No.
find out you're related?
If I found out that I had a secret brother or a secret sister and I didn't know about it, and then we made out, and then I found out after, I would bleach my entire mouth. Like you wouldn't. Like, I would go through the chemical burns just to feel socially okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm kind of enjoying the series, except that scene kind of freaked me out.
Okay. Also, okay. Do you want a spoiler for it that I found from my friend Megan?
Okay, sure.
So they're in like I like how I'm whispering into the mic.
Okay.
So
Is this from way in the end?
yes,
Okay, fine. I'll take it.
it's like their relationship thing, not like an actual like
Okay.
plot spoiler.
Because like I've kind of watched some of the show, so I know like a little bit about what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So anyways, they end up like after it's revealed that they're not actually brother and sister.
I still can't even imagine like going through that.
I couldn't
though.
go back to it though.
Yeah.
No,
because like you thought that they were.
it's just too much. Like, it would change my perspective so much.
Yeah.
But apparently they're in like the catacombs or wherever, where there's like some sort of judgment scene in the book.
Oh no, I haven't gotten there yet.
No, it was like in the first one. I can't remember.
Oh, like where the Silent Brothers are?
Yes. I think it's in like similar catacombs as that, or maybe the same ones. I don't know for sure because I didn't personally read it, but I'm going to spoil it for you anyway. And like there's something happening, and like Clary has her eyes closed, and like they're making out, And then, like, she hears, like, a rip sound, and she's like, what? And he's like, and Jason had fucking taken out a condom and opened it, and, like, they lose their virginity together or whatever.
In a cave.
In a cave. Like, and he, like, was like, and she was like, how long have you been holding on to that? And apparently he was like, a while now, it's been in my genes. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. This has turned into a let me spoil books for you that I haven't even read podcast. That's what this is.
Is that in the final book, probably?
I think it's in the 4th one.
Oh, okay.
And there's like
But this like isn't a spoiler because like those books came out like 20 years ago, so I'm just late to the...
Did they actually come out 20 years ago?
Probably, right?
No, I think they're...
Recent?
Yeah, I think they're fairly
No, because
recent.
like there's like a bunch of spin-offs now. There's like 3 spin-off series, so it has to have been at least like 10 years.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever. It's... Everyone knows.
They were out when I was in high school, so... Because, like... That's something.
Whenever I looked online about the show and stuff, like, all these people are always like, the book is better. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna... But I don't read, so I was like, I'll get the audiobooks.
Okay.
So this was total sidetrack, I guess.
I don't care because I want to keep talking about books, but really fast. You need to listen to Good Omens. Like, I'd love for you to read it because I don't even know how they're going to do it as an audiobook, like how they would do it as an audiobook, because there's so many, like, because there's, what they do is they put footnotes at the end of each page. So there's like a little, like, one thing at the end of a sentence, and then at the bottom of the page, there's like one, and then it gives like information about that.
I wonder how, maybe, no, but don't you read the footnote as you read the sentence? Like the sentence,
but it's like,
then the footnote?
But it makes it feel different than like as if you were reading a parenthetical. Like it gives off a different emotion. I'll
look for it.
Anyways, you should listen to it
because I check stuff around from the library.
It's
but also, I've been trying to get an Audible sponsorship. I haven't heard anything back. But like, if they rejected me, they'd email me, right?
Probably.
Because I just haven't heard either yes or no.
Yeah. But honestly,
that would be great if we got an Audible sponsorship because I listen to a lot of audiobooks. So
yeah,
I actually have a lot to recommend.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love books so much. Anyways, back to Barbie Fairytopia. Where did we leave off?
We were just talking about Bibble and Elena's relationship.
Right, yes. And he can't talk. Dumb chasing.
At least they have, they haven't really had any interspecies romances in the series, right?
Yeah, but I guess they're kind of like...
Because, like, in a lot of kids' movies, I always think about... Don't you think it's weird how, like, in a lot of kids' movies, they have, like, animals date each other? Or, like... Yeah. And it's, like, this weird thing that we're, like...
Does that skunk and hedgehog from the Swan Lake count?
But they turn into humans at the end, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. But it wasn't a hedgehog, it was a porcupine, sorry.
It's just, like, I feel like they're like, influencing kids with these weird... animal relationships. Guess what? Whatever animals want to fuck, they can fuck. But that makes me disturbed. I don't know. Everything makes me disturbed. I'm still not over the fact. Like I've been sent back to that scene from the second book. What's it called? The Mortal Instruments, right? Yeah. Did you did you recover that memory that you totally forgot about? Yeah, it's like, it's hitting me hard. I am sorry I reminded you of it. No, it's fine. I needed to remember this. Apparently, this was important for my growth as a human being. Okay. And so when they get out of the water, I wrote, the prince and Elena are just straight staring at each other and won't stop. And then... Well, wait, do you want to rate it for romance or no? Is there enough romance? I don't think there's enough romance to rate it for romance. We should just, like, not rate that category? Yeah, I guess so. Or do you want to replace it with something? What would we replace it with? I was going to say friendship, but then I feel like we should add that back into the other ones. Yeah. Because, like, if this movie has really good friendship, but not good romance... Shake it. What are you singing? Wait. Shake It by... I don't remember. It was from middle school. Oh, I know what you're talking about. She does it like this, then you do it like that. And she does it like this, then you touch it right. I was thinking about Shake It Off from Taylor Swift. Shake, 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 shake it. Yeah, I know what song you're talking about. Yeah, but that is full Catholic youth dances for me. I was not a Catholic, but I went to their dances because they were the only ones who had swim teams during the winter. And so that meant that since I played for their sport, I was allowed to dance with the Catholics. Interesting. Yes. Yeah, you did a lot of swimming, right? Yeah. I was on varsity for 2 years in high school, and then I destroyed both shoulders. I don't know how to swim. You don't know how to swim? No, not really.
Okay. That's okay. I used to be a swim instructor if you want me to give you some tips and stuff.
No, not on my notes.
She needs to read that.
Mom was laying down on my notes, so you have to take it from here.
Okay, I will take it from here.
I know she sees the prince. They like have a flirty time, but like it's pretty like look based, I guess, because they think they're cute, but there's no like substance there, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like we have to rate it for romance because we're rating each of these for that.
But then like wouldn't the romance just be a 1?
We could give it like a 2 because it's there.
But then is a movie bad because it has no romance? Maybe we shouldn't have made a romance a category.
Oh no, it's too late though. We've already done 4 with romance.
Yeah, I mean, I was fine with it because I thought they all had romance, but maybe like the modern ones don't because, I don't know. Barbie's moved past that. She doesn't need a prince anymore.
It's like fine if she wants to find love though. Like
it's fine if she wants to find love, but she doesn't need to in all the movies.
Yeah. Okay. I
don't know. We'll have to think about it.
We'll think on that till the end. They start flying back to the Withering Wood or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
And Hugh starts getting the flying sickness, so she makes him stop and gives him a kiss on the cheek. And
oh yeah, because they're friends.
Mm-hmm. That's how long it takes to become friends. And then
did you like Hugh? What do you think?
I did not like Hugh.
Was it just his design, or did you think
I think it was just the character design. I feel like he would have been fine if he was like Momo. Sorry, just a little bit of Momo touching. And so then she goes off on her own. She makes Bibble hang out with Hugh while he rests. And then she finds 2 weird rhyming children who take her to see Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's like invisible. I didn't really get that.
She like came out of the tree.
Oh,
I think it's because she's a dryad, and dryad.
I thought she like was invisible, and then they like. Oh, did she like live in the tree?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. That makes
Momo, stop eating.
That makes more sense probably.
And I wrote Dahlia seems unchill. And this is the moment where I said
she kind of has an annoying voice too.
Yeah, she's very Valley Girl, and she's like, people didn't trust me, so I'm not helping them.
Because she used to work with Laverna.
Yeah, I don't do things for the greater good. I don't know all of Fairytopia.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to help everyone because she doesn't want to put herself at risk, I guess.
Yeah,
she doesn't want to do anything for the greater good.
Yeah. Anyways, so then she decides to help Elena after Elena's like,
for the friends you haven't met yet.
Yeah, and then she's like, what? And then he's like, that's what Azula would have told you. And then she's like, oh, I guess you're fucking right.
Wait, Azula and Dahlia are girlfriends?
Yes, Azula and Dahlia are girlfriends.
That's my headcanon.
Yep. No, because she was like, Azula, I heard your necklace calling to me. And she was like, you're not Azula. It's like, yeah, that's how I would react if my girlfriend's necklace was on some other girl too. So Dahlia decides to come with them, and Laverne has made a crystal that will suck the power out of every single pretty colorful necklace. And there are a lot of cacti surrounding Laverna's.
What do you mean by cacti? The plants?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
There's a lot of cactuses, I promise.
This is around the time where I zoned out because I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I have like 4 notes left, so I'm trying to remember right now because I just like...
Because I know she revealed the crystal because they were like, how are you gonna, like, even with all the necklaces, they're not gonna be powerful. And then, I don't know, she wanted to use all the crystals to do what? Just become the...
She wanted to use the big crystal to suck all the energy out of the pretty rainbow crystals into herself.
Okay. And then she just wanted to rule Fairytopia, right?
Yeah. She's...
You know what? So far, I haven't been impressed with the villains' backstories.
You know what? Yeah. None of them have really had a good reason for anything.
Maybe we should have done a villain category.
Is that what we want to do for this one? How about whenever there's not a romance, we'll rate the villain?
But now I almost feel like we should rate... I should have thought this through. You should have put in an input. Cause
I'm sorry. I didn't think of it. I thought...
Because all of these movies have had villains so far, right? There's always like a
Yeah.
Normally it's an evil lady and sometimes it's like an evil guy, right?
Yes, because with the Nutcracker,
You know, this
the
is
rat.
very similar to Swan Lake because the evil guy and the fairy princess lady in the forest, they were siblings, right?
Yeah, I think.
No, they were cousins. But it was very similar to this kind of thing because they're like brother and sister. One of them gets the power, the other one's jealous. And then they like fight over the whatever.
Yeah.
Because like, and also they always have henchmen that are stupid.
Yeah.
We haven't had any good villains, really. I kind of liked
the dude from Princess and the Pauper. Who
not Behringer. What am I thinking of? What's his name?
Wasn't it Behringer?
Was it?
I want to say you were correct with the word Behringer.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a real name though. It just like came out of my mouth.
I think your subconscious just like supplied it to you automatically.
I thought his name was something like Pennyworth or something weird like that.
I'm pretty sure it was Behringer.
I thought it started with a P and it was like long.
Yeah. Pennyworth is Alfred Pennyworth is
No, not like
name of Bruce Wayne's butler.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Bruce Wayne, I am super stoked about the casting of Robert Pattinson for
like
Batman. I'm really happy with that. I think it's perfect.
I think he could be good.
Because, like, okay, literally the whole thing with Batman that everyone forgets about is the fact that, like, Bruce Wayne is just supposed to be this, like, pretty boy, like, who's, like, totally airheaded, who's, like, a little bit weird, but, like, it's just, like, kind of fun and funky.
Yeah.
And then, like, but then he's also secretly
Yeah.
the Dark
Like,
Knight.
I don't really care about the casting. I just feel like I want the character to be, like, different, kind of.
Yeah, I want him to, like...
Because I thought in the original trilogy, right, the Dark Knight ones, I thought Batman was, like, a little too, like, mean, kind of, when in his Bruce Wayne persona.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to be more like, oh, he's just partying, being stupid, whatever. No one suspects him. But he was, like, a weird, like... I don't know. He was too... I don't know. I just didn't like it.
No. He was too much like Batman when he was Bruce Wayne. You know?
And then I haven't really been feeling the new Batman movies. Have you watched them at all?
No.
Wait,
there's
there's not a new Batman movie, right?
Yeah, but there's Batman in new movies.
The Batman versus Superman, and then...
I didn't see that one, but I did see Justice League.
Ooh, Justice League's a bad movie.
Kind of the worst.
Okay, but I made my mom watch Batman versus Superman, the Justice League, and then Wonder Woman, and then there's the one more, right?
Aquaman.
And Aquaman. So, like, because we watched the CW shows together, so, like, she's kind of into the superheroes. And we thought Batman vs. Superman was almost, like, unwatchable. It's really bad.
Yeah, I watched,
and then we thought Justice League was better than that, but it's, like, pretty bad. So.
Yeah, I saw Justice League, and I had zero hopes for it. So when I came out of that theater, I was like, you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I don't know.
Which is kind of that's really sad.
Because, like, I love Batman as a character, like, in all the other stuff I've seen him in. And I've read a couple comics, and I was like, yeah, Batman's fun, cool. Like, the animated series I really like. But, like, I don't like his whole, like, in all the movies, I feel like he's too, like, I don't know what the word is. Aggressive? I don't know.
No, he's no fun. Okay.
And he's supposed to be a little funny. I don't know.
He has a sense of humor. Okay.
And like, where are his kids? I guess Robin's dead, kind of.
Where are the children? There are plenty of children for Batman.
Oh, but I
own.
hear that in the Harley Quinn movie, Batgirl's going to be there, I think.
Yes, Barbara Gordon is my love. Barbara? That's my girlfriend. Barbara Gordon. Yeah, that's my fiance.
She's amazing.
I love her with all of my heart. I am Dick Grayson. The one true love of Barbara Gordon.
Do you think they're not
I think they're meant to be. No offense, Starfire.
Yeah, I was gonna say Starfire. What's her name?
Kylie?
No, she's like a called.
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I used to know this because I was really into like the Teen Titans and stuff.
They almost got married, but then they.
But like he dates a lot of people. I feel like.
Yeah,
right?
he a fuckboy.
I like that though.
Me too.
I heard there's going to be a Nightwing movie, but then like I don't think that's still a thing. So I don't know.
It sounds like a bad idea.
Did you never watch Titans, right?
Teen Titans?
No, Titans, the new thing.
No, not yet.
Yeah, because like Dick and Starfire and who's there?
Raven.
Beast Boy and Raven. Yeah, it's the four of them. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's all right. I haven't finished it. I think I was like halfway through. They're coming out with a second season though. Woo. I would recommend maybe. I think it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, there must be one more person, right?
There's normally Cyborg, but isn't he part of the Justice League now?
No, he's part of Doom Patrol. That's a spinoff.
Fun.
I think.
I don't know anything anymore, apparently.
No,
I used to know everything.
He's also in the Justice League, though. I think they're gonna kind of scrap the thing that the universe they kind of made with the Justice League. It sounds like, because it didn't turn out very good. I think they're keeping Wonder Woman and Aquaman, but I feel like everyone else they're kind of getting rid of. That's the impression I'm getting anyway.
Yeah, I also... Can I get a Wally West Flash, please?
Oh, who's
right now?
Is it
Barry
Barry?
Allen is the Flash.
Wally comes after Barry, right?
Yeah.
So they need.
I just kind of love Wally more. I'm sorry, Barry. Oh, you know what? In Flash, is that the name of the CW one?
It's called The Flash.
The Flash. I'm just double checking because Green Arrow's just Arrow, so I
No, they call him the Hood or something, right? The Green Hood? The Green? No.
Whatever.
The Hood? Do they just
The
call
Hoodlum.
him the Hood? I think they just call him the Hood or something like that. I think later he becomes the Green Hood or something like that.
Weird flex. But
I'm pretty sure.
I really like that version of Barry. That is really good, but the way that they made Barry in the Justice League movie is...
I do like
I like Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, but that was not Barry Allen.
Yeah.
That was
more Wally.
That was weird Wally West energy while trying to make him Barry Allen.
I guess I could see that.
Because the thing is, it was the science of Barry Allen, but the weird manic energy of Wally. And I feel like they should have just gone...
Barry's he's the scientist, right? And then what's Wally do when he's older? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Wait, Iris is Barry's girlfriend, right?
Yes. I think so.
I'm trying to remember now.
Oh no.
Because sometimes they confuse you know how there's a whole thing with Batman and Zatanna are a thing, right? But then the Young Justice show Robin and Zatanna were a thing, and that was a big deal for everyone because they were weren't sure if it was right to ship because they made her younger so she could be with Robin.
Yeah.
And I was is that right? I don't know. I do love Zatanna though. It's just weird when they change the characters' ages so they can date each other.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. But it's weird because they're all eternal beings or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're either kids forever or I don't know, adults forever.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah. I think that's why I like it when the Batman universe is kind of compressed into its own thing, because it's a lot better about keeping timelines and people straight, you know?
I just want them to start from the beginning. Batman becomes Batman young.
Yeah.
Then a couple of years later he gets Robin.
Yeah, he adopts Dick, and then
he has all the other.
Yeah, and then Dick goes off on his own.
He becomes
and
Nightwing.
Jason becomes part of something.
Jason the second. Yeah,
Jason's
Jason's
the second.
He's the Red Robin, right?
No, he's Robin, and then he gets killed by
Tim
the Joker.
is Red Robin, right?
Yeah, Tim is Red Robin. Yum.
And then he becomes the Red Hood, right?
Yeah, he comes back to life and he becomes the Red Hood. Jason does.
Yeah.
And he lost his moral compass while being that.
Yeah, because he was in the Lazarus pit, right? Mm-hmm. That's why he came back different.
Yeah, because he wasn't fully
in
dead.
The Justice League, right? Don't they put him? No, it's not a Lazarus pit. It's something similar though. They revive Superman in the pit of liquid.
Yeah, I think that was just supposed to be the Lazarus pit.
But it was inside the ship, right, or something. It was inside some ship, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
Did they use his little baby crib?
I think so. I think it was inside of a...
I don't remember the Justice League at all. I think I mostly blacked it
I'm
out.
pretty sure it was inside of some sort of ship, but now I'm which one? Oh, I think Superman has... No, it wasn't in the Fortress of Solitude. I don't know. I feel like it was inside of a structure, though. It wasn't in a cave.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
This is really off topic because this movie's boring.
Oh my gosh, I hope next movie's better because I don't know, even when I didn't like the Nutcracker, it was still stuff to talk about, you know?
Yeah, it captured my attention at least a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
I just felt like they didn't really do enough world building too about this world to make me care about it. Yeah. I don't know. It was here's a basic, very standard fairy world.
Here is the meadow.
Yeah.
Here is Fairytown. There's mermaids. Go fight her.
Yeah. And the villain I felt was very standard.
Oh yeah.
There was no villain song. What a letdown. At least How Could I Refuse? It's kind of a bop.
Oh. How Could I Refuse was so good. Everything about Princess and the Pauper was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, so she takes the crystal, and then Bibble's captured, like, in a crate thing by the fungus.
Yeah.
Which I think was to capture Elena, right? Which is similar to the last movie, too, when they captured the cat.
Kitty. Yeah.
And they used her as a lure to get... Not Annalise. Was it?
Was Annalise.
What's the other one? Erica?
Yeah.
That feels too similar to Elena.
I know.
Bibble's captured.
Elena tries to infiltrate Blair.
Yeah. Elena comes in, and then Laverna, that's her name, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like, oh, if you help me, if you put the necklace on...
Azula.
I mean, I don't know any of their names. If you put the necklace on Azula, like, I'll give you wings. This is, like, what your future would look like if you do this. And then she has, like, these weird green wings.
Yeah.
And she's, like being mind controlled. Yeah, hypnotized by the appeal of having wings and stuff. Yeah. And she's, like, about to place the necklace on Azula.
Yeah.
And then
all these rainbows are coming out of
and then her eyes necklaces change. And then she's, like, the rainbow in her eyes saves her. And then she's like, wait, I'm not going to do this. And then she because she threw that ball at Bibble earlier. We know that she can throw good. And she throws the blue necklace at the crystal and breaks it. And then Laverna's like, no. And then explodes into rainbow sparkles. And Elena Swan does not have wings. Wait, that's what I said is the rainbow murders her.
Yes.
And then she turns into, like, glitter. Yeah. Which is, like, she must be dead, right?
Yeah, no, she's dead. They killed her.
Yeah, they, like, actually killed... That was, like, actual murder.
That was actual death.
Because, like...
And no one talks about it. I think that's the first murder there's been in one of these.
Yeah, that was, like... Yeah, because in the first one, the Nutcracker, like, he turns into something, right? Like a statue, I think.
Who turns into a statue?
The evil guy. I think, right? Or he turns into something.
No, he gets, like, they throw, like, a snowball at him and he, like, falls from off the bat. Because he shrunk. And then...
Oh, he might be dead, though.
Yeah, he might be dead. But they don't, like, show him being dead.
Yeah, like...
It just seems like maybe he fell down.
And then in Swan Lake... Which one is that? Who is the villain? Oh, he wasn't dead, though.
No, he was just turned into a clock.
Yeah, and then his daughter was, like...
A maid.
The maid. And then in the other one... with the tower, Rapunzel, she's just trapped in the tower forever.
Yeah.
Wait, how many are there? Oh, and then in Berenger, like, he didn't die at the end, right?
Yeah.
He was just like, wait, what actually happened to him?
I don't remember.
Did they just put him in jail?
Probably just put him in jail. But since it's royalty, they probably did murder him just off screen.
I don't know. Do you think that kingdom's the murdering type?
He did try to marry two of the royal family via false pretenses.
I don't know, though. But, okay, this was on-screen death, so... Yes. It's kind of like, you know, in those Disney movies, you know, when they, like, fall to their deaths very dramatically.
Yeah, like, right now, I just have Gaston's fall pictured in my head right now.
Oh, he falls off the castle, right? I was thinking about in Tarzan, what's his name? Falls in the vines, and then he's, like, hung by the vines.
Yeah. And that was that was really aggressive as a child. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. What's his name? I don't know.
I don't care.
You're like, I kind of want them to make a live action Tarzan. Do you think that would be good?
They did make a live action.
But like a new one.
A different one?
Like
a better one?
Like a Disney one. Like
no, Disney did that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like I watched one kind of recently, but it seemed like an off, like... Because I think Tarzan's probably under the public domain, right?
I don't think so anymore. I don't think so after the cartoon.
I think it is, because I've heard a lot of like different Tarzan like movies and stuff that don't seem Disney like affiliated.
There's George of the Jungle, but that's...
No, I'm thinking Tarzan. I'm pretty sure.
Disney Tarzan live.
I just really love... is her name Jane? What's her name? Yeah, she's like the best.
Ta-da! Another live-action remake to profit.
I think this is a fake trailer.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because that's the girl from The 100.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. I'm sure they're thinking about it. I like this article. 17 live-action Disney movies coming soon.
No! I'm tired. I don't want Disney to do this fucking cat.
Okay, list of Disney live-action remakes of animated films. The Jungle Book? Oh, this is the old ones, right? Because Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass. Okay, this is starting from... Wait, is the Jungle Book... Oh, yeah. The main one is Cinderella, right? Because, well, I guess technically... Yeah, because these are from the 90s. Alice in Wonderland, technically. But do you think that's enough of a change from the cartoon? Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched it.
That's the one with Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I have a lot of feelings
Yeah, I
about
don't
Johnny
really
Depp.
like. I'm like, I don't know. I go back and forth.
He's like kind of gross. I don't know. I liked him in Edward Scissorhands, but in this most recent, what's the word? Pirates of the Caribbean. He apparently, I heard this, allegedly, had like an earpiece in for the whole thing and just had his lines fed to him because he didn't bother to remember them.
Ooh, that's a little...
That's like not even acting, dude.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess Alice in Wonderland and the Maleficent was the one we were talking about. Cinderella, the Jungle Book. Cinderella and Jungle Book are literally like just copies.
Yep.
I guess Alice Through the Looking Glass. They never made a cartoon movie of
so
Through the
that
Looking
can
Glass.
be original, I guess.
Beauty and the Beast. I think this is the only one I really saw, I guess. Oh, Christopher Robin, but that's also like
oh, I didn't see that one. Yeah.
but that's like it's a story of...
After he's...
Wait, is that the story about... It's like
It's Winnie the Pooh.
Because Christopher Robin's not the guy who wrote it. That's the guy who was friends with Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah, he's a little kid who was friends with Winnie
But
the Pooh.
it's like in the real world? Was it like his imagination was Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. I need to see the movie. Dumbo. Oh, that came out this year.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it.
I had no urge to see
And then
it.
Aladdin, which also... Have you seen Aladdin? I kind of want to see it, though. Would you want to or no? You don't think so?
I'd watch it with you, but like I don't feel like going to the theater for it.
I guess, yeah. And then The Lion King's coming out soon. Oh, and then the Maleficent sequel, Lady and the Tramp. That's weird because they're like dogs. I don't know why they bother with these live action, which are just animated.
I do not care about the animal ones. Please.
Mulan. I am actually excited for Mulan. Cruella. Oh, that's going to be from Cruella de Vil's.
Okay,
I could see that one because that's like Maleficent.
Yeah.
The Sword and the Stone. I wonder why, because Sword in the Stone's kind of like people don't like that.
Cares.
People don't like that movie, right?
Wow, I kind of have a lot of really intense opinions today. Apparently, I did not realize I was going to be like
Pinocchio, which I don't know if that would be good either. Really, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, that could be okay, but
They've made so many Hunchback of Notre Dame
Lilo and
movies.
Stitch.
No, okay, Lilo and Stitch is
Leave Lilo and Stitch alone.
Leave Lilo and Stitch alone. I love Lilo and Stitch, and they cannot do this. Okay, like I don't want to see their live action.
You're like, I don't
want to
see a CGI Stitch.
I don't want to see Stitch CGI. It's gonna be worse than like Sonic CGI. Okay,
And then The Little Mermaid, which I have heard about this one because Lin-Manuel Miranda's doing the music for it.
okay, I guess I'm okay with that then.
But I don't know. It could be. I just feel like. Do you see Aquaman?
No, not yet.
Oh, because like
I meant to, but
I want to
then
know
didn't.
because sometimes I feel like the whole underwater thing is like they have to animate a lot, and like, is it worth it?
Probably not, honestly. I swear that they did a Tarzan movie recently. I swear I remember Disney doing a Tarzan movie of some sort.
Sorry, I stole your phone. I just
No,
want
you're
to see
good,
which
don't
one is the best grossing. Which one do you think?
I want to say Beauty and the Beast.
Wait,
I feel like a lot of people saw that.
Domestic. Oh, it's not telling me really. Oh, worldwide. It's Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Woo!
Wait, or is it Alice in Wonderland second?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But Aladdin's still in theaters, so.
Ugh. Sorry. I guess
they had these a part of this list is they had a live action 101 and 102 Dalmatian movies.
Right, I remember that.
Oh, actually, I think I have seen those.
Yeah, I definitely saw the first one.
It's from 2000, I think.
Yeah, I remember that not being good.
Let me see. It was from... I guess they made a live-action Jungle Book in 1994, too. So that's on this list also. 1996, they made 101 Dalmatians, and then 2000, they made the sequel. Okay. Wait, I still searched live-action Tarzan, though, because I feel like you're right, but I don't think it was a Disney movie. That's my theory.
Yeah.
Okay, she's murdered, and... Oh, we haven't really talked about this, but I have a big thing about... I hate the trope where things, like, magically turn back to normal really quickly. Mm-hmm. In this movie, they didn't really do that, which I'm going to look out for it if they do this in other movies. But basically, they just return to the magic meadow, and, like, all the flowers are, like, back to normal. It's all good.
Yeah.
And then now everyone loves Elena because she saved the day.
Yeah.
And, like, even though they bullied her before. It's kind of like, Rudolph. The Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe this movie gave me.
Okay, it was The Legend of Tarzan, and I can't find what it was through, but it looks like it wasn't Disney, and Margot Robbie was in it.
Was she Jane?
She was Jane.
Yeah, I feel like this movie is kind of like grunge, though, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what year did it come out?
It came out...
Because I think it has
2016.
Sequel. No, did it have a sequel?
I don't see a sequel.
Oh.
It's just like Tarzan...
Yeah, I think...
After it's him back in London or something, it looks like.
I'm pretty sure Tarzan's in the public domain.
Yeah. Okay, wow.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, you're probably right then.
And then the Enchantress shows up and she's like, thanks for your bravery. And then Hugh and Elena and Bibble, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Dandelion was there too. I keep calling her Daffodil.
Is her name Dandelion?
It's Dandelion.
And
it's
then
Dandelion.
then they were like, oh, we just did what was right. And then she's like, that's why you're brave, because other people wouldn't do that. And then she gives her this necklace and then she disappears. And I think it's funny because after she leaves, then the wings come out of the...
Yeah.
They all have like one color necklaces, the Guardians, but hers is like rainbow colored.
Yeah.
And then she like, it starts to glow and then she gets pink wings and they're all like dripping with glitter.
Yep.
They're like not really real, I guess, because they're kind of like transparent looking.
They looked like they were fabric, whereas everyone else's looked like, I don't know. I don't know if she just has wings because of the necklace, but
I think she does though. Yeah. I think if she takes the necklace off, I don't think she has wings.
Probably.
Which like, I guess it's good because she was different and now she's like everyone else because I don't know.
That's kind of sad. Just
I guess. But it's like
hey kids, you know how you could embrace your differences?
Become like everyone else.
Yeah. Just don't.
And yeah, that's basically how it ended. You're touching the mic.
No, I'm touching the...
No, but I hear it. I think the microphone's touching the pop filter.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Sorry. I'm the worst.
My legs are starting to hurt from being cross-legged. Okay, so do you think the villain is a character and that's why we should have a separate villain category? Because technically if we add in a category, if we divide it by the number of categories that there are, it still won't affect the score really.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's fine if we just replace something else with romance if there's no romance?
I don't know.
Or should we rate the romance in this movie even though there's very little romance?
The thing is, if there was like nothing, if like she and the mermaid prince, who I can't remember the name of right now. Nalu. Okay. If she and Nalu just straight hadn't met, if it had just been everything minus that scene, which is how I remembered it. I did not remember the mermaid scene.
I actually didn't remember him being, I thought he was only in the sequel.
Yeah, so I had like no memory of that. And then I was like, who's this hot stoned mermaid dude? Because they all just seem so like, so you know what it is? It's like a perfect day. Which, big mood.
I kind of want to rate the villains now though, because I do feel like the villains have a big part of the plot, right?
Yeah.
Like people always say that good movies and stuff are like depending on the villain.
Yeah. You know what? We could just add a category and rate the villains, and we could go back, like, I'll go back through this weekend and we can both put our score in for the villains, and then we can update people next week with what our new score for every single thing is.
Yeah, because, do you think any of them in the future won't have villains, though? That's what I'm worried about. And then we'll run into the same problem.
Well, okay, how about if there's no romance, then we just...
Don't rate it.
We just don't rate it. And if there's no villain, then we just don't rate it. Okay. And we'll just divide it by one less number. Mm-hmm. But I do think that maybe villains is a good thing to have as a rating. And I also think that I wouldn't put romance in here except for the fact that there was some sort of thing.
Okay.
Like, it's like there was genuine flirting.
Yeah.
And that still counts. Like, honestly, it felt like a more genuine flirty connection than she and, like, the prince from Rapunzel had.
I guess you're right.
Like, honestly, that
we could say that, like, because they didn't get together, it's more like rating the romance of their meeting, right? Because it's like, it's fine, like, they flirted, but it's not like they, like, fell in love right away like the other ones and then they got married.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Which, honestly, I think is better.
Yeah.
They met, and I wouldn't know this if it weren't for you, but we know that they get together later in the sequel, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because she becomes a mermaid and fairy at once, I'm pretty sure.
Fucking wild.
Which, I don't know if I've ever seen Magic of the Rainbow, but I'm pretty sure that's how it ends. I think she gets a rainbow wings and then she has like a rainbow tail or something. It's like crazy.
Wild. Okay, you know what this makes me want to do so bad? Go onto the Barbie website and see if they still have those like dress up games that are related to each movie, because
They probably don't.
Oh god.
But I do think some of the upcoming Barbie movies, I think there's like one that's not actually, because we haven't seen any where she's not like a princess, like in our world, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of them is like Barbie
Well, she wasn't a princess
Dreams
in
Girl
Nutcracker
or whatever. Yeah, but like she's in school and she's like a modern girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
And I think some of the new ones, like I think there's the dolphin one and stuff. It just seems like she's like on a boat and
Yeah,
stuff.
chill girl, just hanging out, beachy waves.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. I think An Island Princess might be a musical. I'm trying to think of which ones are musicals.
Probably 12 Dancing Princesses, right? I mean, if they're
think there's
dancing,
a
they probably sing.
I feel like there is a song or two, but I don't think it's like super musically. I really like that one though. I hope it lives up to my. Because I used to say I think that one was my favorite, but now I'm like Princess and the Pauper is obviously better.
Princess and the Pauper fucking rules, okay? Princess and the Pauper is it. So this has been a very
Okay, give me a rating. I guess.
Okay, here, let's go through this.
Oh, we've been recording for a really long time. This is gonna be a long episode, I guess.
How long have we been recording?
Over an hour.
Ooh, okay. Well, we did go on a lot of tangents. You can cut some of that out, probably.
But I almost want to include it, but I don't know if it's
well,
worth.
you can edit the tangents down. They don't need to be all cut, because honestly, this episode could be called a very tangential episode. Okay,
That's probably what I'm gonna call it now.
okay. Plot. I'm gonna go ahead and give that like a 5.
I said 2.
Okay, you make me want to change to like 3 or 4
Wait,
then.
let me look back at some of my other ones real quick. Because I'm like, I just feel like the plot wasn't entertaining.
There really wasn't a plot, actually.
Do
you know what?
like, because, this is kind of like, because they have those plots where they like go on a journey, like the Nutcracker, or they have the plots where they like kind of stay and like do other stuff, like Princess and the Pauper. And I just felt like this journey plot wasn't like interesting. It was just like, go to this girl, then go to this girl.
Yeah, you're right. It felt like a bunch of like small side quests to get to the main quest. It felt like the graphics felt very video game-ish.
Ooh.
You know, like that's how I felt while watching it, because we were talking about the textures just felt like repeated.
You're right.
It felt like an old video game.
That is kind of a video game vibes.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 3 for plot, honestly.
Ooh, I said plot for Swan Lake and Rapunzel was 6 though. But I feel like I didn't like the plot, so 2 is fine, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Just to bring it up from yours.
Are you keeping track?
Yeah. So, please, thank you. I'm just talking to my phone, not anyone else. So plot, character.
I said character was. I said 4, but I think I'm gonna go 5.
Yeah, I went 5 also.
Cause like they were okay. I kind of liked her friend Dandelion.
Yeah,
She was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I felt like each character had their own personality, which is
they
why
were
I
a little
gave it
bit
like that.
more interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like especially with the Nutcracker, I felt like all the characters in that were really like flat.
Yeah, they were all like the same
Yeah.
person, except for Barbie.
In Swan Lake, I guess there was a little more, but then Prince and Barbie, whatever, were kind of boring. Like that's the problem I have with a lot of these. I feel like is Barbie's really like, and she's supposed to be the lead, so she needs some.
Leads are always boring. Not always, but
It depends though. I feel like
often
they want the leads to be like the
lawful
placeholder.
good.
Like anyone could be
Yeah.
her, you know, relatable.
Project
I guess.
yourself onto. Okay.
That's the word I'm thinking of.
Plot, character, art. I'm giving this a 3.
I want to say this is hard. I feel like my rating like system changes every time.
Yeah.
I wrote 4, but I don't know if I should go 3. Because art for Swan Lake was 4. I think I'm gonna say 3.
Okay.
Because I feel like it was worse than.
It felt worse than Swan Lake.
And also,
Like in Swan Lake, there was a lot of natural scenes, just like this one. But this, like, it felt so flat.
yeah.
Like, even, like, it felt like they had turned down the saturation on everything, because everything felt like it was the same kind of mid-tone gray. Like, there was not a lot of contrast.
I think it's. I know the Magic of the Rainbow comes out a couple years later, so I wonder if it'll be better because it's like the same character and setting. I wonder if it's gonna look any different.
Yeah.
And Mermaidia, I guess, is after Magic of the Pegasus. It's like the next one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, plot, character, art. What else?
Dialogue.
Dialogue.
I'll say 5.
Okay, I'm gonna say 4.
I kind of liked some of the lines, I guess.
Yeah. My favorite line was, "Get on my back," and no. So.
I mean, if you're in that situation, that's probably what you would say, right?
Yeah.
It's
no.
relatable.
Well, I feel like I'd say more like, "What?" But no. Romance.
I guess 5.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good first meeting.
Yeah.
Like it felt more natural to me than Rapunzel at all.
Yeah. At least it wasn't like they confessed their love after meeting the first time.
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought was weird about Rapunzel.
Yeah, for sure.
But they like talked, I guess, for a bit.
Okay, and villain, I'm gonna give her a solid 3.
You want to say 2?
Okay.
I hate her.
Me too. Honestly,
Also,
okay,
I don't like the ambiguous, like, I have this magical crystal, it's gonna take all your powers.
Yeah, I'm...
With no explanation.
I'm going with 2 also. You changed my mind, thank you. Okay, so let me...
But I guess the sibling rivalry is kind of an interesting angle, but it's kind of overdone, so...
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, did we forget something?
Nope, that's all 6. Because we added villain.
What, is the calculation wrong?
Nope, that's...
Is it really
I think
low?
that's right, yeah.
Is it like 3? 2?
It's 3.8.
That's okay, because we've
Yeah.
had like 4.3 or whatever.
I think I did that right, so...
Do you want to do it again?
Here, how about you check my work? And I'll just write down 3.75.
I feel like I was a little too harsh, but...
No, you weren't as harsh as I was with Nutcracker. No one can be as harsh as I was with Nutcracker. I was so angry. I was like, I remembered this being good, and it betrayed me. Yeah.
Okay, I did get 3.75.
Okay, cool. We're calling it 3.75
Wait,
stars.
this is your phone? My phone.
Yeah. Yeah, so 3.75 stars.
That's a F?
Yeah.
They're all F's, so I guess.
Except for Princess and the Pauper, which got like a 6 or something.
No, it was probably like a C or D probably, right?
Yeah.
It's just hard because that's why American rating system doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because knowing half of stuff is not that bad, right?
No, I'm pretty proud of myself when I know half of something.
So I'm pretty sure the next one is Magic of the Pegasus, right?
Yeah.
Which we'll get to soon. And the podcasts are now on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever it's called.
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, and I put it on Google Podcasts or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the next one's Magic of the Pegasus.
Woo.
So
Join us next week on You're Just Like Me,
I'm just like you.
the Barbie fan cast.
Which is amazing. I love that song and I wish it was on Spotify. I looked for it again just to make sure it wasn't. Because I wanted to listen to it at work and I was like, oh man, I really like You're Just Like Me. It's such a good song. And then I also listened to the intro song because you were talking about their wedding dress to crochet.
Yes.
And that is a real line. I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder what that would look like.
Awful. I hate crochet. I'm sorry to any crochet listeners, but
Crochet listeners.
yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes, I am a girl like you.
Bye.
Bye. This was a long one.
Yeah.